Here's today's Life by Design with Dr. Dan Stanley.
Dan here, and this is Life by Design. I've been talking about this idea of leadership and how the church government should operate, in my opinion, of course. But I read the scripture. It says this, a really interesting verse. I've talked about the idea of self-correction in the church, the local church, rather than having some governmental figure outside the church, some hierarchical system, in my opinion, that has to come in and fix stuff. I just think it's kind of crazy. But anyway, we should have spiritually mature people. We shouldn't dumb down what God can do within the local church. It says this, speaking of elders in chapter 5, verse 17, the book of 1 Timothy, it says, let the elders who rule well be considered worthy of double honor, high value, let's say, especially those who work hard at preaching and teaching. It says, do not receive an accusation against an elder except on the basis of 2 or 3 witnesses. Those who continue in sin rebuke in the presence of all, so that the rest also may be fearful of sinning. Wow. It goes on to say this, I solemnly charge you in the presence of God and of Jesus Christ and of his chosen angels to maintain these principles without bias. Do nothing in a spirit of partiality. Don't lay hands on anyone too hastily. See the picture of the elder here? Double honor, preaching. That if they get into it, they're rebuked in front of everybody. It self-corrects. You all have heard this as Dan saying, let's think of what God thinks, the way he thinks about how we should handle problems inside the local church.
Dr. Stanley is an author, pastor, conference speaker, and the founder of International Growth Institute. He's dedicated to spiritual growth and helping God's people thrive. Learn more at internationalgrowthinstitute.com.